Like with all my assignments, I did everything 3-4 times, and I ended up, I'm not a great speechwriter, but I really want to just say to my classmates, thank you for the support. Thank you for just always answering the questions. And then to the lecturers, wow. I'm so inspired. And thank you for just shining the light and guiding us along this way. And Prof, yeah, what an inspiration. Thank you so much. What I do like is poetry. And what kept on coming up for me was a threshold. And this threshold that Nutrition Network provides us. And I did some research, and I came across the definition of a threshold in the Cambridge dictionary. And it says the level or point at which you start to experience something, or at which something starts to happen. And then I looked further to my favorite poet, John O'Donoghue, who is an Irish poet and philosopher. And it's quite a long piece on threshold. I'm not going to read the whole piece. It's 2 A4 pages. But what I want to read is just this last part, is to acknowledge and cross a new threshold is always a challenge. It demands courage and also a sense of trust in whatever is emerging. This becomes essential when a threshold opens up suddenly in front of you, one for which you had no preparation. This could be illness, suffering, or loss. Because we are so engaged with the world, we usually forget how fragile life can be and how vulnerable we always are. It takes only a couple of seconds for a life to change irreversibly. Suddenly, you stand on completely strange ground, and a new course of life has to be embraced. Especially at such times, we desperately need blessing and protection. You look back at the life you lived up to a few hours before, and it suddenly seems so far away. Think for a moment, across the world, someone else's life has just changed irrevocably, permanently, and not necessarily for the better. And everything that was once so steady, so reliable, must now find a new way of unfolding. And this is to my classmates. Though we know each other's names and recognize one another's faces, we never know what destiny shapes each life. The script of individual destiny is secret. It's hidden behind and beneath the sequence of happenings that is continually unfolding for us. Each life is a mystery that is never finally available to the mind's light or questions. That we are here is such a huge affirmation. Somehow, life needed us and wanted us to be. To sense and trust this primeval acceptance can open a vast spring of trust within the heart. It can free us to a natural courage that casts out fears and opens our lives to become voyages of discovery, creativity, and compassion. No threshold needs to be a threat, but rather an invitation and a promise. Whatever comes, the great sacrament of life will remain faithful to us, blessing us with visible signs of invisible grace. We merely need to trust. So thank you. Thank you for this opportunity and in believing in us.